James Lowe, President of Bishop State Community College, Mobile, Alabama. What advice I would give students who are about to choose a career path? The very first thing is to be very cognizant of the fact of what they want to do in life, to address the academic preparation that they need, working with counselors as well as instructors while they're in high school, but also to put in mind the importance of a life career of service to make a difference in humanity and society. Those are some entities that I feel are very important. But along the way, they should always focus on their strengths and realize their weaknesses. And in those areas of weaknesses, seek the help that they need, as well as guidance, as well as individuals who have already attained the position that they're seeking to work in. And lastly, remember that the important thing is to keep the main thing, and not have too much fun along the way. One thing that you may not learn in college, and that could be several of them, the very first one is realize that you as an individual are unique, and that you must have the insight to know who you are and what you want to accomplish in life. And also realize that there is a supreme being that will also assist you in your endeavors, and having a solid spiritual relationship with God helps also. Another caveat I think that you won't learn in college, and that is the level of tolerance. You need to know your tolerance level. You need to know those areas that you need to focus on, that you may not be as tolerable. You may focus on areas that you realize that you may have some weaknesses in. And then in doing that, as you matriculate in college, then you try to focus on your ethics, your integrity, to make sure that you are satisfied with who you are, and that in your relationship with others, that you will model a person who is ethical, who has the intestinal fortitude to be honest, and also trustworthy in all that he or she does. Knowing what I know now, I would do many things differently. When I was in college, I'm an ex-athlete. I played football and baseball, and I spent a lot of time socializing, and there were some times I did not apply myself in some of my courses. And I would also do differently some things that, some activities I was involved in, excluding sports. But the main thing is, I think I would focus more on my studies. I realized my junior year that I really had to buckle down, and I did, and had a wonderful junior and senior year. But if I would have applied myself my freshman and sophomore year, I think my academic preparation would have been much better. But knowing now the work ethics that my father and mother gave me came into play, and that really put me on the right course my junior and senior year, which I model after them even to this day in terms of being punctual, making sure that I have a good understanding of what is asked of me, and also what I have to do. Some advice I would give a graduating student from college in terms of seeking employment would be to, first of all, be confident of your academic preparation, who you are as a person, and what contribution you can make to that organization. One other point is develop good quality leadership skills. make sure that you are part of the philosophy of that organization you're working for. And in doing so, you develop those soft skills or interpersonal relationship skills that makes it possible to show that you're a team player. You should know the philosophy of the organization. You need to also see how you will fit into the scheme of that organization, and also be able to think outside of the box. Be creative, and in any interview, make sure that you dress the part as well. I think that there are some things in today's society where it lends itself to some areas not being appropriate dressed in some areas. So you need to know the employer's philosophy even on dress and how you should dress. Another one is being able to articulate, good English skills, being able to write, to speak, and as well as being courteous. And always remember and realize that it's okay not to know an answer, and I don't know is a good viable answer. So as you seek employment, make sure you understand the organization, the philosophy, the foundation of it, and what you hope to achieve in providing your services to that organization. And in closure, I would just simply say that you always put God first in all that you do, and then do it with all of your heart and soul. And I think that your employer will realize that they will have a gem in the makings.